The next stop on the road for the Final Four, D.C. for the Blue Devils and Kansas City for the Tar Heels. Both teams left tonight. The send-offs in March are always special moments for the fans.
Go Heels and bring it all home.
Including longtime Carolina fan Lillian Lee, who was there to send off the Tar Heels tonight. Now she has the Heels going all the way. So does another Carolina fan, a UNC student. No surprise there. But what is surprising, just how well her bracket's shaping up so far. CBS 17's Zach Dahlheimer has the story from Chapel Hill.
We're here for pretty much 8 hours waiting outside for the game.
UNC senior Logan Castrodale's Heels are always heading towards the Tar Heels. For her, the Dean Smith Center is deemed hallowed ground.
I don't think there's anything better than college basketball.
Especially when March rolls around.
When someone says March Madness to you, I mean, what kind of goes through your mind?
I get super excited because I love the brackets. You get to put in your opinion and your winnings, and you get to compete with your friends, and you get to see what you're ranked.
Her bracketology typically involves knowledge of rankings or toss-ups, such as flipping a coin. Her usual ranking?
Oh, in the millions. I never even look at my rank.
But not this year. She says her bracket filled out on ESPN's Tournament Challenge is ranked 3rd in the world.
I've just kind of filled them out, not kind of just guessing. I've never had this much luck, so it's been cool to tell people.
Her secret is simple.
In the round of 32 and 64, you always have to pick a really good amount of upsets. I just got lucky with some upsets, like when UC Irvine, Murray State was a big one, Murray State and Marquette. My dad went to Ohio State, so I just picked Ohio State.
And as for who Castrodale has winning it all,
I have the Tar Heels to win.
You think they're going to go all the way?
Yeah, 100%.
She hopes her bracket continues to stay towards the top as March Madness continues. Now, along with UNC, Castrodale's Final Four includes Michigan State, Tennessee, and Gonzaga. She has Duke falling to Michigan State in the Elite Eight, in case you were wondering, being a Carolina fan and a UNC student. So we'll have to see how her bracket shapes up.
That is so impressive that, I mean, we're not, I think I'm I may be lower now, probably 5th place. I have no idea. Oh, still in 5th, yeah. So
I would just like to be 3rd in just my bracket group.
Right,
but
and
3rd
this is all over.
in the world. I mean, it's just incredible.
Incredible. Zach, great story.
Both the Blue Devils and the Tar Heels spent the day getting ready for their Sweet 16 matchups tomorrow. One person who didn't hit the court for practice today, UNC's Sir Little. The freshman phenom had flu-like symptoms, and Coach Roy Williams thought the best for Little was to stay away from practice and the Sprint Center today. Little will be a game-time decision, but the illness isn't worrying this Tar Heel superfan.
It's going to be very, very, very rewarding, too, in a couple of weeks.
You think Carolina's going to go all the way?
Of course we are going all the way.
Well, if you watched last night, you probably recognize Lillian Lee's voice.
She's been a Carolina fan for more than half a century. CBS 17's Zach Dahlheimer has her story from Chapel Hill.
I just want them to know that this grandmother loves them dearly.
Lillian Lee is a die-hard Tar Heel.
Then I wave, and they wave back at me.
Always there to send off the team, especially in March.
It is very well worn. I think this is the good luck charm.
She's very much into basketball.
From Carmichael to Smith, Lillian and her husband Howard have followed the Heels since 1965, scoring nearly a perfect record when it comes to home games.
Over that time, I've missed very few basketball games.
All except maybe a dozen. We have attended every home game.
The Lees say their involvement in Carolina basketball tipped off after a visit to Binkley Baptist Church here in the 1960s and meeting a coach by the name of Dean Smith.
When Coach Smith decided he wanted to try and recruit black players, it was natural for him to turn to us. Lillian has become somewhat like the den mother for many of the players as they've come through. Michael Jordan, Bill Chamberlain, Antoine Jameson, King Rice. Each year she would find ways to bring them in and serve a massive dinner. She makes a carrot cake to die for, and one of her strongest advocates for that carrot cake is Michael Jordan.
The Lees would like to see the Heels cut down the nets, standing by their team.
We will win. The Tar Heels will win.
Hoping for happiness to cap off March Madness. In Chapel Hill,
Go Heels.
Zach Dahlheimer,
Bring it all home.
CBS 17 News.
Great story, Zach. Thank you.